You already see the picture, you already see the title, thumbnail, and all that good stuff. So there's really no need of an introduction here. Overall, tonight's SmackDown was pretty solid to say the least. But the big headline, the big news topic that's definitely coming out of SmackDown tonight is the entirety of the Bloodline segment, which overall was a 40-minute segment overall. But nevertheless, regardless, it was a really cool segment, and it set up WrestleMania, which is literally a little over a month away. Uh, I'm not gonna go word for word what was said. You know, The Rock pretty much dissed the entire city, town, which was typical heelish Rock, which is, I gotta say, Rocky's been he's been doing it, man. He's been killing it with these heels promos. But then again, it's The Rock, and Roman Reigns, obviously his facial expressions were on point tonight. I think Roman, you could tell like he is not, like he's trying to hold it in, and like he ain't really, he's low key kind of like, I guess, jealous that The Rock's getting all this attention, all this love. But then again, it's The Rock, like it's the people's champ. Even though he's dealing with Cody and all that stuff, and in his words, the Cody crybabies. And I saw The Rock's little 15, 20 minute monologue on social media, which was nuts just as much as his promo was. But long story short, to keep this short and sweet, The Rock challenged Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes to a tag team match at night one of WrestleMania 40. And basically, if Rollins and Cody wins, then the Bloodline is banned from ringside for the night two main event with Roman involved. But if they lose, then the Bloodline will be there. So, yeah, this was a really good segment. If you didn't check out the show, definitely go check it out. Also on the show, we had Tiffany Stratton take on Naomi and defeat Naomi, which was, I'm telling you, again, goes to show you Tiffany is definitely getting that, reaction, and definitely getting that reception. I mean, she literally beat a former SmackDown Women's Champion in Naomi. But yeah, also on the show, you had Braun Breaker squash uh, Exon Quinn, who was also from NXT. I couldn't tell that was him at first until they mentioned him, and I saw the tattoos because he had shaved his beard. I was like, who is this guy? But it was Exon Quinn. I was like, oh wow, I couldn't recognize him without his facial hair. But Braun squashed his fool in like 3 seconds. So another night where Braun gets the W. You also on this show had a street fight between Carlito and Santos Escobar. This is a really good street fight, I thought. A really, really cool street fight. But we saw the return of our favorite Mexican luchador, Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio coming back from injury, attacking the rest of Legado del Fantasma, and LWO getting involved. We could be either getting the LWO versus the entirety of the Legado del Fantasma at WrestleMania, or they might just go Rey Mysterio versus Santos Escobar once again. Either way, it's good to see Rey Mysterio back. It's always good to see him on TV, and it's good to see that he recovered well from his injury. And like I said, this is a really, really good street fight. And then, of course, the main event, Austin Theory, Randy Orton. You know, I think this was really somewhat good for Austin Theory. I've always kind of looked at Austin Theory kind of like of a younger version of Randy Orton. They always compare him to John Cena, but every time I look at Austin Theory, he really reminds me of a young Randy Orton, from back in the day. But nevertheless, I thought that was a pretty good matchup too. I mean, you had Kevin Owens on commentary, and he and Randy Orton attacked Grayson Waller and Austin Theory to end the show. So yeah, overall, honestly, I would say this was actually somewhat of a good episode. Oh, and I forgot to mention but the tag team match with the Kabuki Warriors versus Bailey and Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai turned on Bailey. I don't want to say I didn't see this coming, but I think we all kind of saw this coming. Dakota was definitely playing in the roles of, along with the rest of the girls in Damage Control, of like, we need to get Bailey out of the group. So I don't want to say I wasn't surprised, but I wasn't really surprised. But yeah, so Bailey will be all alone at WrestleMania. So that was SmackDown tonight. We got a lot of stuff going on this week in AEW Revolution, Sting's final match.